Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This time we're on episode 5. Coming off of a pretty rough scene at the end of the last episode, obviously. It's been about a day since I recorded, so I've had time to think about it all and don't feel too much different about it. I think I still feel pretty strongly about the thoughts I gave during the scene. The last time, we spent most of the time on the beach talking about the riddle. Very interesting stuff. Not really sure they're going about solving it the right way. And we had to convince Maria vehemently that we so-called believed in the witch. Not that I think Battler and Jessica do at all. But they tried to convince Maria otherwise, and received a couple scorpion charms to protect themselves from Beatrice. And then we followed the path up to the rose garden, and the rest, you know. Yeah. So we're coming off of that. Now, I recorded episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4 all in the same sitting, and I did not realize that the video was so damn choppy. I have since fixed the problem, so there shouldn't be any issues now. I apologize. It sucks that my first few episodes of the series had to be so awful in quality that way, but there's nothing I could do about it. I already had it all recorded. I really should have checked one of the episodes before I went on and recorded more, but stupid decisions. But hopefully we won't have any issues like that going forward. Things should be all good as far as that goes. So, let us continue on. The storm has arrived. The rain I can hear is pouring. And we are back in Kinzo's room. Let's see what Kinzo's up to. Kinzo noticed the sound of the raindrops beating on the window. It seemed to be pouring down thickly. Excuse me. It had begun to rain later than the weather report had predicted. Kinzo approached the window as if being summoned by the sound of the rain. The sound of the rain is a sound of silence. What could that mean? The sound feels quieter than any silence. Okay, I kind of see what you're saying there. Makes sense. And makes humans remember that, in the end, they are alone from the moment they're born to the moment they die. It's quite a way to look at rain. But I get what you're saying. Oh, my. She's not here, is she? Were those words directed at the rainy sky? There was no one to be seen in the direction of Kinzo's gaze. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Kinzo has a plan. He's up to something. And I'm worried that he's... I feel like the riddle is going to be set in motion. The second half of the steps, I don't know. Something about it's so strange. I don't know what's going to happen, but... yeah. I'm really worried about what Kinzo's planning here. Okay. Well, that just spells it out. So we have the sacrifices. We've read how many there are. There needs to be 11, I believe, total. We looked at it last time. We saw that there are indeed 11 family members, if that's the 11 that need to be taken care of. And then we said the one who was sacrificing did not need to be one of the ones killed. If that's what's going on here, that's going to be crazy. Interesting music. This is a new track. It's a bit creepy. Okay, wait, I was speaking too soon. It was about to all be spelled out for me. Uh-huh. Yeah. Because you'll all be resurrected in the end? Why would Kinzo want to do the ritual? Isn't the ritual about getting the gold? Isn't it already his gold? Why does he need to follow the ritual? Is it just so that he can see the witch, possibly? Just because he wants to see her again? The Demon's Roulette. Demon's Roulette. If it becomes me, even I will be your sacrifice. Making the bets, the risk and reward. For granting miracles. Granting magic. Alright. You're gonna return it. He said he wanted to give it all back to see her again. Everything. Kinzo tore the window open, ripped a golden ring off his finger, and forcefully threw it away. Was the ring important? Kinzo's ring. Thrown away. At that time, the sound of thunder rang out, giving the illusion that the lightning had accepted the ring. Let me guess. Let me see your smiling face one last time. Oh boy. Alright, Beatrice. Him calling it his banquet is like the freakiest part, like he's serving up his family, like food. Beatrice. Love it. Fucking love it. Crack in the window. Alright. 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Let's do it. A news ticker popped up on top of the TV program we were watching. The disaster report told how municipalities all over were continually sending out rain, flood, and wave warnings. So we're back with the kids. Now, it's almost like this storm came on purpose. He seemed to have known, like, okay, everyone's blocked off now. Welcome to my banquet. Like, he somehow summoned the storm to block everyone's escape. Or something. The storm seemed very planned. Of course, the raindrops beating harshly on the window were even more convincing.
What
Yeah, I don't think you're going home in just one day's time. No, I don't think so.
ってことは月曜の学校はサボれそうだな。
That's what it's all about.
島生活ってのも悪くないもんだぜ。そういや、ジェシカは登校って毎日船で通ってるわけだろ。
Oh, wow.
船が
That's
欠航した
interesting.
ら学校はどうなるんだ？カメハメハ大王並みに
That's a good
雨が
question.
降ったらお休みで、
Or do you have somewhere to stay on the
風が吹いたら
island
遅
when you
刻
think
して
there's going to be a storm? Maybe?
船が出なきゃ休みになるぜ。もっともそう甘くはねえけどな。大抵その代わりに
Someone teach you at
自
home?
習が指示されて、
Yeah.
後でかっちりと見られるから、そうそう気楽でもねえさ。
例えば梅雨なんかの長く天気が崩れる時期だと
Yeah, what if you're raining for
数
like
日
a
間
week?
くらい登校できないこともあるんじゃねえのか？
そういうこともあるぜ。でも毎日きっちり担任から電話がかかってきて、どう自習しろ、何を提出しろと酸っぱく指導されるけどな。
バトラ君が考えてるほど簡単にはサボれないよ。船で通う人たちのルールに従ってしっかり勉強をしているよ。
Traveling by boat to school. That's crazy.
むしろ登校できた方が気楽だぜ。自分の部屋じゃ気が散るし、集中もできねえしな。
Yeah.
それでいて問題集ばっかり数日もやらされてると、かなり精神的に応えるもんがあるぜ。
Mm-hmm.
大学の時にはよ、寮のあるところに入ってさっさとこんな不便な島はおさらばしたいもんだぜ。
へえ。じゃあよ、ちなみに行きは天気が良くても帰りは悪くて欠航ってなったらどうすんだ？
You get stuck.
学校に泊まるのか？
そういうのはよくあることだぜ。だから帰島できない人用の宿泊所があってよ、そこに寝泊まりするんだよ。
All right, they did say there are islands all over, right? So a lot of kids must have to deal with this at that school. It's a common occurrence.
下手すりゃ数
They
日
got
間
like dorms.
家に帰れないこともあったりするぜ。
Yeah, wow.
乗車率が 200% を超えるような満員電車で毎日通勤通学しなければな。船の通学なんて趣があって良さそうだななんて、やっぱりいろいろと苦労があるんだね。
よく無神経な観光客がそういうこと言ってるぜ。私は島の生活なんてもうお腹いっぱいだね。早く高校出てこんな島とはおさらばしたいぜ。
高校にだって全寮制のところとかあったろうよ。なんでわざわざ新島の学校を選んだんだよ。
私は最初からそれを希望してたぜ。でもおふくろがよ、当主後継ぎとしての修行やらマナーやらがうんぬんってうるさくてよ、結局高校も地元になっちまったのさ。はあ、こんな島はごめんだぜ。早く都会で生活したいよ。
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be a weird childhood, right? I mean, not even just childhood. As a teen, every day you take a boat to school, you take it back. You only ever get to see people at school. Like, you live on an isolated island where only your family has a house. You can't, easily get to a friend's house without taking a boat to the island. You can't. There's a lot of restrictions and a lot of isolation there that's not necessarily
雨
good
が
for
降
a
ろう
kid.
が槍が降ろうが、ラフな格好でサンダルを履けば5分足らずでコンビニに行けるような都会に引っ越したいぜ。
Oh yeah. Go shopping, take a boat.
もう少しの辛抱だよ。高校卒業まであとちょっとでしょ。
That's true, you're right there. Just hang on,
そ
Jessica.
のちょっとも我慢できねえぜ。
Jessica stretched out and reclined in the sofa. Maybe it was a bad time slot because there weren't any interesting programs on, and we had nothing to do but languidly kill time until we were called for dinner. After that episode, Maria never returned to the cousin's room after all. Shit, I forgot, Maria didn't come back. Fuck. I mean, I hope it's just a case of... No. Rosa left her out there. She better not still be out there. fucking hell. Aunt Rosa probably took her back to the mansion. She didn't. She didn't. You guys need to go look for her. It had to be pretty boring for Maria all by herself while the adults had a confusing conversation. We thought we might as well head over to the mansion to see her, but the weather was really awful. Please go. And since there wasn't much time until dinner, we stayed where we were. You guys need to go to Rosa. Rosa's going to say, I left her outside. And you guys are going to say, well, she never came in. And then you're going to realize she's lost in the fucking monsoon. Or that's her. Please be her. At that time, we heard a sound of a humble knock. Jessica answered.
Hi!
お食事の準備が整いま
God
した。
damn it.
お屋敷へお越しください。
It was Kanon-kun's voice. Did he go through all the trouble of coming to the mansion in this rain just to get us? Don't you guys have like a phone? Couldn't he have just called us on the telephone? Exactly! Well, I guess servants at work don't always get to take the most efficient route.
なんとなくお腹が空いてきたこ行こうか。
Iko. George Aniki turned off the television and stood up.
俺はとっくにペコペコ。本家の晩餐は毎回凝ってるしな。それに郷田さん、子牛のステーキとか言ってなかったっけ？
Calf steak.
たまらねえぜ。
Did he just moo with
親
that?
族会議の
He
日は
did just
特に
move.
豪華になるしな。私だって楽しみだぜ。行こう行こ
Alright. As we left the room, Kanon-kun bowed silently and respectfully.
う。じゃあ行こうぜ。外の振りはだいぶひどいだろ
はい。お召し物を濡らさぬよう十分ご注意ください。
You got umbrellas? After seeing the three of us out, Kanon-kun peered into the empty room.
マリア様はいらっしゃいませんか？
Ooh.
う。一緒じゃないぜ。ローザおばさんと一緒じゃないのかよ。
No. God damn it. Oh, we're going to the... Rosa was lying on a sofa in the empty parlor, having fallen asleep before she knew it. She was bearing a burden that the children couldn't even imagine. That's why she only needed to let her guard down a little before the weariness immediately dragged her into the world of sleep. Yeah, we know the least about her financial troubles. We know everyone else's situation but her. Her situation was kept very hush-hush, where Kraus said one little thing about her co-signing, and then Rosa said, stop. Just shut up. And that was the end of it. Realizing this, Genji brought a blanket over to her. When he tried to spread it over her, her eyes snapped open as though she'd been shocked with electricity. Calm down.
ありがとう。源氏さんなのね。
Yeah, where's your fucking daughter? When she realized that the thing that had touched her was just a blanket, and that Genji had been considerately giving it to her, she let out a sigh of relief.
起こしてしまいましたか。失礼いたしました。
Looked like it.
いえ、いいの。寝るつもりじゃなかったから。今は何時なの？
When he was asked for the time, Genji checked a pocket watch that he took out of his chest pocket.
6時を少し過ぎたところです。
Right. Rosa gave her head a little shake when she realized that not much time had actually passed, even though it felt like she'd slept for ages. Even though she didn't feel rested at all, the drowsiness that had enveloped her must have been pretty deep.
ありがとう。毛布は結構よ。変な時間に眠っちゃダメね。すっかり時間の感覚が狂っちゃったわ。とうとう降り出したのね。
Yes, it has. Rosa finally realized that the peaceful sound that had put her to sleep was actually the rain. I love the rain. Rain can put me to sleep so easily, too. Best sound ever for relaxing.
いよいよ台風なのかしら。
I think
そ
it
のように
is.
テレビでは申しております。
そう、この素敵なバラ庭園も日中のあれが見納めだったのね。
From the window, what she could see of the rose garden was completely blurred by the wind and the rain.
マリア。
Thank you. It's about damn time, Rosa.
私はお見かけしておりませんが、ゲストハウスにお戻りではないでしょうか。
Rosa knew her daughter's nature well, so a chill ran down her spine. Maria was stubbornly honest, and if she was ordered to find something that didn't exist, she would look forever and ever, even in pouring rain.
違うわ。いとこの子たちは先に行ってしまったから、あそこにはマリア一人。
Yeah, you left her alone. You did.
あの子は誰かにもうやめろと言われない限り、たとえ槍が降ってこようとあそこに居続けるわ。傘もささずに。
That's the second time in like 5 minutes someone referred to the rain as raining spears, which is strange. Raining spears. I'm pretty sure Jessica just said raining spears as well.
私は感情に任せてなんてことを。
Oh, yeah. You think? Even though she'd known about Maria's simple honesty better than anyone, she'd once again lost control of her emotions and done something terrible. What the hell? Rosa pushed Genji away and ran down the hall. The outside really looked like a typhoon, and the rain was pouring down spectacularly. Maybe because of some aspect of the terrain, their winds weren't typhoon class, so an umbrella wouldn't be torn out of one's hands. Even so, it certainly was windy rain. There was no time to admire the roses being drenched.
とりあえず今はマリアが気になるぜ。まさかあの後もずっと一人でへそ曲げてあそこでバラ探しをしてるなんてことはない
Isn't
よ
the
な。
rose garden right outside this house? Just go look. Just go
さすがに
look.
この雨じゃと思いたいところだけど、マリアちゃんはたまにすごく頑固でものすごく愚直な時がある。
We hadn't worried much, thinking that Aunt Rosa had taken her back to the mansion. However, when Canon-kun had come from the mansion to call us and thought Maria was here, we got a little worried.
お屋敷ではお見かけしませんでしたので、てっきりこちらにおられるとばかり。
Go look at the rose garden. Stop
仮眠を取られ
talking.
ておいででしたので。
ここに来る途中に見かけなかったのかよ。
Oh, Cannon walked through the rose garden.
申
So
し訳
she's
ございま
not
せん
still looking for the rose.
傘を差し、
At least not in the same
急ぎ
spot.
駆け抜けたもので、そこまでの注意を払いませんでした。
If he had cut through the rose garden, taken the shortest line between the mansion and the guest house, then he would have just barely missed the place where Maria had been looking for her rose. And it was raining this hard too. It certainly would have been possible for Canon-kun to fail to notice her.
ここで議論するより直接確かめる方が早いさ。
Thanks. Yeah. Good job, Battler.
兄貴、ちょいとかけっこと行こうじゃねえかよ。
6年成長したから僕に勝てるつもりかい？
A race sounds like a perfect thing right now.
よし、決着をつけようじゃないか。
The faster the better.
行こう。
George, Aniki, and I flew out into the rain. Jessica and Canon-kun followed us. Oh, she's already there.
いるなら返事をしなさい。
ローザおばさんだ。おばさん。
When George Aniki called back, Aunt Rosa jumped at him and grabbed onto him.
マリアはどこ？
It's strange that she started yelling for Maria out there before she checked in the guest house. She just seemed to know that Maria wasn't in the guest house.
ジョージ君たちと一緒じゃないの？
いえ、僕たちはあの後マリアちゃんには出会ってません。
6 years ago, Maria was 3 years old. She was a cute and pure kid who'd just accept whatever anyone said. But 6 years have passed since then. She's 9 now and experiencing the ups and downs of life. Should have taught her something. But Maria, are you telling me you're still as innocent and pure as you used to be?
Maria!
As I circled the rose bed, something white unexpectedly turned to face me. It was a white umbrella. Maria was crouching down, holding a white umbrella. Oh, okay. Holding a white umbrella and still searching for that rose. Thank you. Maria, what are you doing? Her face, which had turned bright red from her crying her eyes out, was dirtied with mud and water. It was truly a pitiful sight.
お前まだ探してたのか。
見つからない。マリアのバラ見つからない。
Yeah. Maria had probably been here since the rain started pouring down. Her shoulders were freezing. She looked tired to the bone, but fortunately, since she was holding an umbrella, she wasn't completely soaked. That umbrella probably came from the handbag Maria always carried around. Thank goodness. Seriously, thank goodness. You're telling me.
よかった。見つけたんだね。
Rosa threw her umbrella aside and hugged Maria. How's she gonna take that? Oh, she's not even... Well, at least she accepts that now. Yeah, that would have been the right thing to say the first time around. It looked like Maria was still able to accept it. Wasn't still able to accept it. But she no longer had enough energy left to resist. Jessica and Kanon-kun caught up with us.
すぐにお屋敷でタオルの用意をさせましょう。
Is George with us? What happened to George?
マリア、ずっとここにいたのか。ごめんね。本当に悪いママで。ごめんね。
I mean, you're not winning the Mother of the Year award right now, it's for sure. But I'm glad that you're, you know, realizing your mistake.
ローザおばさん、とりあえずお屋敷に行きましょう。このままじゃマリアちゃん風邪をひいちゃう。
そうね。マリア、行きましょう。ちゃんときれいにしないとおじい様に怒られちゃうわよ。
Yeah, well, his grandfather gonna come out of his room.
お腹すいた。もう食事の時間だぜ。マリアはよく頑張ったよ。
I don't know if anyone's gonna see Kinzo right now. Although Kinzo has started his banquets of miracles, so maybe he's ready to come out. I don't know.
天気が良くなったら私たちも一緒に探してやるから。
We couldn't stay in the rain forever. We took Maria with us as we headed back to the mansion. Maria apparently wasn't as worn out as I thought. When she remembered we were having calf steak for dinner, she started chanting, I'm hungry, ooh, ooh, and returned her usual spirited self. Well, that's good, that's good. Rosa didn't chide Maria for saying, ooh, ooh. Well, I think that's enough discipline for the day.
傘を持っていたのか。さすがマリアは物持ちがいいぜ。
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was waiting to, like, say, like, whose umbrella is that? Like, did she really have it on her? I was gonna say something.
なんだよ。じゃあその手に持ってる白い傘はどうしたんだよ。
Did, Beatrice hand it to you? That's a big smile. You borrowed it from who, Maria? Some caring person must have brought her an umbrella. A normal kid would look for shelter once it started raining. But Maria was too stubborn to give up so easily. So maybe that caring person gave up on telling Maria to find shelter, then decided to at least give her an umbrella.
そう。その人にお礼を言わないとね。
Yeah, you can thank Beatrice later. White umbrella.
誰？
Here we go. Yeah. That's what I was waiting for. The name Maria cheerfully mentioned was that of the island's witch. Rosa took a deep breath and asked again, trying to do so in a way that wouldn't damage Maria's good mood.
そう。よかったわね。それで誰なの？傘を持ってきてくれた人は。
Yeah, I think it was her. Like, what do you mean? Maria immediately realized that her mother didn't believe her and started crying out unhappily again. Well, that was quick. So Rosa stopped pursuing the subject. It'd probably be faster to ask whoever lent Maria the umbrella during dinner rather than ask Maria herself. Would you think that one of the family members or, like, staff would just bring her an umbrella while she's standing out in the rain and not try to bring her inside? Or tell someone, hey, Maria's outside there all alone in the rain?
お父さん、せめて晩餐にだけは出席してください。
I think he might. Maybe he will this time. Now that things have been set in motion,
これでは親
he
族
might
会
be
議
in
に
a
なり
better
ます。
mood. He's ready to show his face. Oh, whoops. Didn't even read that. What am I doing? Along with the dull pounding on the door, the sound of Krause's entreaty could be heard. However, that voice seemed to be resigned to the fact that nothing it said would be heard. Until...
金蔵さん、せめて夕食くらいは出んかね。
What does he have to
あん
say?
たの顔を見ようと息子さんたちが集まってきてるんじゃないか。
黙れ南條。
Does he not want to still?
ビショップが聞かぬか。
They're playing chess.
言って足りぬ。
Apparently, Kinzo was completely focused on the final battle of his long-lasting chess match with Nanjo. Yeah, they did say that Nanjo and Kinzo just make a few moves every time they get together. So, could be a very long-lasting chess game. Kinzo's brow was wrinkled as he continued to glare at the game board through his spectacles. Krause's voice didn't reach his ears.
金蔵さん、私も腹が減っ
Nanjo's like, I want to go. I want some food.
下に降りて食事をせんか。
Kinzo at least let you go?
ならばお前だけで行くといい。
Well, I think that's what you're going to have to do, Nanjo.
私はもうしばらくこの一手を吟味させてもらうぞ。今夜で決着をつけてやる。
Oh, he wants to finish it before the sacrifices begin in case he loses his opponent.
さもなくばお前との決着は金輪際つけられそうにないからな。
Nanjo rose from his seat, hoping this would prompt Kinzo to do the same, but Kinzo's eyes never left the chessboard. He knew well that Kinzo always displayed a blind concentration when it came to chess, but he'd never seen Kinzo concentrate as hard as this. It was almost as though Kinzo was telling the truth, and there would never be another chance for them to continue their contest if they didn't finish it tonight. That's what it sounds like. It seemed that no matter how obstinately he called out to Kinzo, it wouldn't reach the latter's heart. Nanjo gave up and headed to the door that Kraus was still banging on. The door suddenly opened. The door to the study opened. What am I saying? Kraus was taken aback, thinking that maybe Kinzo was actually coming out. No, sorry. However, Nanjo was the one who appeared, and Kraus let out a sigh of relief. Of relief.
南條先生親父殿は
No.
お役に立てなくて申し訳ございませんな。
Show me that smile, Kraus.
今や金蔵さんの世界はこの部屋だけです。
Smile, go ahead. Do it. Nanjo shook his head with a completely defeated expression. Kraus raised his fist once more and banged on the door, shouting.
お父さん聞こえますか。私たちは下へおりますが、気が向かれたらいつでもおいでください。息子兄弟一同ずっとお待ちしておりますよ。
His voice was very loud, and he was making a racket pounding on the door. There was no way it wouldn't reach Kinzo's ears. Well, it certainly was reaching him, but he ignored it anyway. However, unlike the time he'd been called down for lunch, he didn't fly into a rage. That is true. By now, Kinzo was calm at the heart, almost as though he had taken on a philosophical view and turned himself over to fate.
晩餐にも息子たちの顔にも興味はない。
I mean, that's been clear from the start.
私がここを出るのはベアトリーチがよみがえる時か
With a key.
私が鍵の生贄に選ばれた時だけだ。もう悪魔のルーレットは回っている。
All right. Who's first to be chosen as a
今
sacrifice?
さら晩餐に何の意味があろう。
As though the painfully loud banging on the door completely failed to enter his hearing, Kinzo silently thought about his next chess move, still in his philosophical state. Just as always, Kinzo's figure couldn't be seen anywhere in the dining hall. Kraus, wearing a bitter smile, returned with Nanjo.
親父殿は相変わらずご気分が優れられないそうだ。年に一度の親族が集まるこの機会に同席できないことを
Exactly.
非常に残念
You're
がら
not
れてお
feeling
られた。
anyone. Eva and Rudolph sniggered. Given Kinzo's personality, there was no way he'd show signs of regret, and none of his relatives showed any regret at his absence.
で
Everyone
は
feels
デ
the
ィナー
same
を
way.
始めようじゃないか。ゴーダ、始めたまえ。
かしこまりました。それでは始めさせていただきます。
Where's that calf steak? When Goda was told to start the family conference dinner, his biggest time to shine of the whole year, he nodded with a broad grin. Is this the second or third time he's doing this?
マリアに傘を貸してくれた人は誰かしら。
When Rosa timidly cut through the silence of the dining hall, everyone noticed.
傘？何の話？
そのさっきマリアがバラ庭園に行った
Nobody
時
is going to
に
claim
雨が降り出して
this.
誰かに白い傘を借りたみたいなんだけど、お礼が言いたくて。
Not gonna
俺たち
happen.
じゃねえぜ。ローザが出てった後は部屋を移してずっと仲良くおしゃべりを
Quote
してたから
unquote friendly.
はは、そうやで。あの後も兄弟で仲良くおしゃべりをしとったのや。
A real friendly chat. The word friendly fell awkwardly from Hideyoshi's lips. Even so, those who hadn't been present could tell the conversation hadn't been a pleasant one.
少なくとも私とエヴァとルドルフと、あと秀吉さんとキリエさんではないことも確かだがね。
私たちは夏日姉さんとローザさんが出て行った後もずっと食事の時間までずっとね。兄さんは源氏さんと一緒にお父様を呼びに上の書斎へ。私たちはそのまま食堂へ直行したもの。 だから私たちではないわね。傘を貸すなんて親切。使用人の誰かじゃないの？
Don't think so.
じゃあ合田さん？
No.
私はずっと厨房で準備をしておりまし申し訳ございません。
Goda looks slightly disappointed about missing his chance to show off. After that time, Shannon and Kumasawa appeared, pushing a serving coat loaded with hors d'oeuvres.
じゃあ熊沢さんかシャノンちゃんかしら？はい。何か
Oh
粗相
god,
がご
she's
ざい
so
ましたで
nervous
しょう
just immediately. Just hears her name. Because Shannon had come in partway, she shrank back, mistakenly thinking that others were searching for the one responsible for some error. Aww.
違うよ。マリアちゃんがバラ庭園に一人でいた時に雨が降ってきてね。誰かが傘を貸してくれたんだよ。ローザおばさんがその人にお礼を言いたいって言うのさ。
ああ、ベアトリーチェ。
She's just listening to this like, what are you guys talking about? It was Beatrice. Maria, her mouth a thin line, said the witch's name in a small voice. Aunt Rosa explained the situation one more time. As she did, Kumasawa-san cackled.
私たちでもございませんよ。
Yeah.
私もシャノンさんも一緒にお部屋の準備をしておりましたから、お外には出ておりません。
はい、気が利かなくてすみません。
部屋の準備とは何のことかね。
Oh, in
こ
case
の
they
雨
can't
で
go
すか
back?
ら、客人の皆さんがゲストハウスにお帰りにならないのも大変かと思って、使用人たちに屋敷内の客室の準備をするように命じたのです。
You don't look like you're feeling any better headache-wise, girl.
あら、気が利くじゃない。
Oh, Ava, give it a rest. Don't talk to her for now.
この雨の中、表に追い出すのは
I'm
失
sure
礼
you're
だ
the
ものね。
last person Natsuhi wants to hear talk right now.
もう予算か。
Even Hideyoshi's like, chill.
奥様からそのような
Telling
ご
his
指示
own
を受
wife
けま
to
して、
just
私と熊沢さん
back
と
off.
カノン君の3人で準備をしておりました。そしてご夕食の時間になり、源氏様からゲストハウスのお子様方をお呼びするようご指示をいただいたため。
ええ。ですから、カノンさんがゲストハウスに行かれるときに、マリアさんを見つけて、傘をお渡し。
Ooh. Oh. The wind.
違う。
Oh my god. It's almost like outside is responding to her mood. The person who had actually received the umbrella denied it. Rosa was troubled. All she wanted to do was give word of thanks to the person who had lent the umbrella, but she couldn't find them. And she thought asking like this with everyone gathered for dinner would work immediately.
じゃあ、夏日姉さん？
No one would give a child an umbrella in the middle of a monsoon and not let the adults know that she's out there alone.
ごめんなさい。私は皆さんとの仲良くの語らいの後、頭痛がひどかったので、自分のですから表へは出ていません。
なら誰なの？ジョージ
Maria's
君
gonna
たち？
tell you again. Maria's gonna tell you.
なわけないわよね。
いえ、僕たちはずっとゲストハウスでテレビを見てました。
むしろ私たちは、マリアはおばさんと一緒に屋敷に行ったとばかり。
そこへカノン君が来て、マリアは一緒じゃないのかと聞いたんで、初めて屋敷にはいないのかって分かった。第一俺だったら傘を貸すより先に手引っ張って屋根の下に連れて行くぜ。
Right. Yeah, no one's gonna... Ooh. Have I heard this music before? Don't think so. It's very slow piano. Mysterious music. Rosa was completely baffled. One by one, the relatives and the servants denied that they had done it, even though it really wasn't something anyone would need to hide. Oh, that's scary. I like it. So by process of elimination, the number of remaining candidates wasn't large.
もちろん私でもあります。雨が降り始めてすぐの頃、金蔵さんの部屋を訪ねて、ついさっきまで一緒にチェスをしておりました。
ということは、おじいさまでもないよね。
Yeah, I don't see Kinzo walking out there to
妙な話になってきたぜ。
give her an
あと
umbrella.
残るのは誰だ？
Who's left? Well, someone called Beatrice.
じゃあ誰？源氏さん？ちょっと待って。勘違いしないでくれる？別に私は何かの犯人探しをしてるんじゃないのよ。
I mean, the way you're searching does give off a weird vibe to it. I know it's not your intent, but you're like grilling everyone like, was it you? Was it you?
雨の中のマリアに傘を差し伸べてくれた人に母としてお礼が言いたいだけなの。
Giving an umbrella to a girl loitering in the rain was something to be praised, not hidden. Despite that, no one raised their hand. Why not? Everyone started whispering about how strange this was getting.
落ち着けよ、ローザ。傘を借りた本人に聞けばいいじゃねえか。
That's what we've been trying to do. That's what everyone had been thinking since the beginning. They were all scratching their heads at why she didn't just ask Maria, who had been given the umbrella. However, Rosa bit her lower lip. After all, she already knew how Maria would answer if asked, and everyone knows this name.
どうりや、ルドルフ君の言う通りやないか。マリアちゃん、おじさんに教えてえな。マリアちゃんに傘を貸してくれたのは誰や？
ベアトリーチェ。
The dining hall was wrapped in silence for an instant, but it was soon interrupted by a burst of laughter.
なるほど。森の魔女ベアトリーチェが不憫に思って傘を貸してくれたか。
I mean, yeah.
いい話じゃないか。
I know no one's gonna believe it,
どうぞ。
but I believe
そう
it.
いうことだ。
Rosa couldn't believe it. Even though she just wanted to say thanks for the umbrella, why did everything have to be so clouded in smoke?
クラースおじさんの言う通り、ベアトリーチェが貸してくれたの。
それはよかった。無垢だというのは実に羨ましいことではないか。なあ、諸君。
Kraus was laughing with a face that was clearly mocking. But Maria was overjoyed, apparently convinced that her claim was being believed. Yeah. Sorry, Maria. Jessica, you believe? Are you actually saying this, like, with sincerity? Jessica asked me in a small voice that wouldn't carry over to Maria, who was sitting across from me. Wow.
マリアって冗談が言えるタイプだっけ？
If we'd heard that kind of story pop out of my old bastard's mouth, we would have just taken it as another joke. However, it was hard to explain it away like that when Maria said it. This was getting pretty unnerving.
いや、昔から愚直なぐらい正直で真面目だよ。普通なら聞いただけで嘘とわかるような冗談すら鵜呑みにするタイプだぜ。マリアから冗談を言い出すなんて聞いたこともない。
Aunt Rosa probably knew that better than anyone. It appeared that because of this weird situation, she had no idea what was going on anymore.
じゃあ、マリアがベアトリーチェに傘を借りたと言ったなら、それは間違いなくベアトリーチェなのか？
マリアに関してだけは何かの比喩とか冗談とかそういうことは考えら
I
れない
agree
ぜ。
with that.
額面通りの意味だと思う
But I
べきだ
still
ろ
feel like as non-believers, there are some other explanations you could go for. Like, there are other people on staff in the mansion, right? If you really aren't going to believe in the witch, that'd be the first thing you'd think is like, oh, someone who's currently not on shift at the mansion came out of wherever they're staying, handed Maria an umbrella on their way to wherever they were going. Maybe? I don't know. Do they not stay on the island though? Maybe they wouldn't be here if they weren't on duty.
じゃあなんだよ。源氏さんあたりがあの肖像画のごついドレスを着てマリアに傘を持って行ってやったっていうのか。
Genji in a dress,
そんなことは知らねえぜ。
handing Maria an umbrella just because.
私が聞きたいくらいさ。
Jessica shrugged jokingly, but her expression didn't completely match her attitude. Once the hors d'oeuvres were set out and Goda showed his vast store of knowledge, the meal began. A couple casual chats broke out here and there, but they seemed somehow distant. And the meal ended up being so quiet that you couldn't ignore the sound of the rain sneaking into the dining hall. Everyone's a little sensitive to the name Beatrice. Kumasawa-san and Shannon, pushing the serving cart, ran into Genji and Cannon on their way to the kitchen.
ケンジさんですか？マリア様に傘を貸され。
傘？何のことだ？
Hell no.
はい。雨が降り出した時にマリア様は一人でバラ庭園におられたそうで、そこでどなたかに傘をお借りになったそうなのですが、それがどなたかわからないのです。
僕じゃないよ。マリア様はゲストハウスにいると思ってたくらいだからね。バトラ様が最初に見つけられた時には。
Yeah, we know it wasn't any of you guys. We know.
申し訳ないが、それは私でもない。
じゃあまさか親方様。
You think it was Kinzo? Both in the can Kinzo just randomly leave the mansion without anyone noticing? Is he able to get out of his room, out of the downstairs, out the front door, or side door, back door, with no one realizing it? Both in the dining hall and right here, everyone had stated they hadn't done it. That left only Kinzo, but...
何かのご用で廊下を歩かれている時、偶然バラ庭園に傘もささないマリア様が見えたとか。
親方様はマリア様のことをあまりお好きではない。
He's not particularly fond of
同感だね。
anyone except Genji.
親方様がマリア様のために直々に開花までお越しになって傘をお持ちくださるとは考えられないよ。
Yeah. Can you see the
困りましたわね。
all the way over at the I mean, you had to walk through all that pathway stuff and through the trees to get to the mansion from the guest house. Are these guys implying you can see the rose garden, like, from the mansion windows? And if you can see it well enough to see if a small girl is crouching down looking for a flower?
では、マリア様に傘をお貸しになられたのは、本当にベアトリーチェ様ってことに？
Do any of the servants believe in Beatrice? Kumasawa-san laughed, just like the relatives in the dining hall who had laughed it off. She couldn't think of any other way to break through the smoke veiling the current situation. Just then, the crisp sound of hands clapping twice rang through the hallway. They all turned around at once to see Goda coming out of the dining hall.
さあさあ皆さん、ディナーは配膳のタイミングも大事です。すぐにスープの配膳に取り掛かってください。源氏さん、彼女らは大切なお仕事中ですので、お引き止めになられないでください。
Canon glared at Goda for being rude to Genji, a person Canon respected. What exactly did he say now that was rude? Okay, just get out of the way. Genji, realizing this, patted Canon once on the shoulder as a warning. Attaboy. Down, down. Canon reluctantly turned away and his expression to normal. Returned his expression to normal.
ゴーダの指示に従いなさい。今は晩餐の配膳を急ぐように。
ほらほら、時間がありません。タラタラしない。急ぎ
No
ますよ。
dawdling. Goda grabbed the serving cart from Shannon and steadily pushed it towards the kitchen.
では私どもも厨房に戻らせていただきます。幸田さんも気の短い方ですからね。
私もこれで失礼いたします。
Kumasawa and Shannon left. Only Genji and Canon remained. Through the window, the darkness of the rainy night could be seen, along with the occasional thunderbolt. Oh my.
源氏様、ベアトリーチェ様が本当お戻りになられたのでしょうか。
Okay, alright, hang on.
わからん。
Return. Did she return? Do all the servants know about this? Is it just Canon and Genji? Were they waiting for the others to
親
walk
方様に
away?
お知らせしますか。
せずともよい。本当にお戻りになられたなら、やがておのずと親方様の前へ現れよ。
Okay. These guys know. These guys know.
それに、あれは気まぐれなお方。親方様にご報告申し上げたところで、お姿を現されないことには何の意味もない。
親方様の儀式はすでに始まってい
Well,
ると
they
い
know
うこと
about
で
the
しょうか。
ceremony. They know about everything.
おそらく。
Do they know their potential sacrifices now?
だがそれは我ら家具には何の関わりもない。
Oh. Are furniture not potential sacrifices? Is that important? Is that a connection there? People who, I mean, them considering themselves furniture, them bringing themselves down to the level of furniture brings them, or makes them, in a way, something that is less than human, that can't be used as a sacrifice during the ritual?
親方様に受けたご恩、最後の瞬間まで
Return the favor we received. Genji. Favor we received. Okay. Interesting, interesting.
はい、それが僕たち家具の
This
務
music,
めです。
man. It's got me creeped out this whole episode. Furniture's duty. The thunder crashed once more. Except for those instants when lightning lit up the sky, nothing could be seen out the window but the darkness of night. Just as humans rule when the sun is up, those that are not humans rule when the sun is down. Whew. The darkness of night that now surrounded Rokkenjima was ruled by another master, not the Ushiromiya family. Did this master take pity on Maria when she was alone and being pummeled by the rain in the rose garden, lending her an umbrella? Canon looked at the rose garden's lights, dimly visible beyond the window. The dim lights weren't enough to illuminate the surrounding area. Looking at those lights felt like making eye contact with the witch, and Canon forced himself to avert his gaze. Oh, the rose garden's out front of the mansion, not out front of the guest house. Why am I saying, could you see the rose garden in the guest house from the window? I'm just being dumb. Looking at... Did I read this already? I'll read it again. Looking at those lights felt like making eye contact with the witch, And Cannon forced himself to avert his gaze. I did read that, but if he didn't, it felt like his eyes would be absorbed by that light. Okay. Alright. Creepy stuff. Things are beginning. Things are definitely starting. Everyone is trapped on the island. The storm has begun. The coming storm that was slowly making its way has started. And I assume all the crazy stuff to come along with it. Beatrice has made her first move. She's arrived. She's handed the umbrella to Maria. People now know that this is happening. This is starting. And by people, I mean like 2 or 3. Kinzo has started the Demon's Roulette, thrown a ring away, and anyone is fair game as far as sacrifices go. What this all means, I don't really know. But we're going to find out. All right, guys. Thank you for reading along with me. And we will continue this next time. Thanks.